Manchester United fans enjoyed themselves at Old Trafford on Tuesday as the club ran riot in their Carabao Cup third-round tie against Barnsley, demolishing the League One side 7-0. Three different players netted braces: Alejandro Garnacho, Marcus Rashford and Christian Eriksen, with Antony netting another from the penalty spot. The Dane, after starting against Southampton in the Premier League at the weekend, once again got the nod, this time in a much more advanced role as Erik ten Hag gave Bruno Fernandes a much-needed break. And the 32-year-old did not disappoint, controlling the tempo of the game and spraying passes all over the pitch before eventually joining in on the goalmouth action. There was a lot of talk regarding the former Tottenham Hotspur man leaving in the summer, with former club Ajax named as a potential destination. But as the midfielder made clear after the game, he stayed back as he was not asked to leave, and after a disappointing last season in which he hardly got minutes, the Denmark international is keen to give it his all this term. Considering his difficulties in adjusting to the pace of the game against the big sides, this is likely to be his final season in Manchester, with his current deal ending next summer. But with Kobbie Mainoo's minutes to be carefully managed and Mason Mount injury-prone, United cannot afford to let go of the former Inter Milan star in January in a bid to recoup a fee. The Red Devils have simply not replaced Scott McTominay and Sofiane Amrabat adequately and need Eriksen to stay and provide cover. And GiveMeSport have suggested that once he does leave Old Trafford, he is likely to rock up at the club where he broke through into senior football, with Ajax unable to muster up the finances needed to agree a deal this past summer. Moving as a free agent will suit them perfectly. Eriksen is poised to use the remainder of the season to decide his future instead of agitating for a winter switch away from Manchester United, according to GMS sources, which will also end his current employer's chances of being able to secure a fee for his services when the transfer window reopens. GMS sources have been told that there remains potential for Eriksen to end his career with Eredivisie heavyweights Ajax when he leaves Manchester United, and the idea of him returning to the Johan Cruyff Arena was touted during the summer transfer window, only for nothing concrete to come of it before last month's deadline. Eriksen is expected to hold discussions with Ajax over a possible move during the early months of 2025, GMS sources understand, and those conversations will dictate whether a switch to Amsterdam is on the cards as a realistic option to see out the final stages of his distinguished career. The Barnsley game was a reminder to Ten Hag that the Danish legend still has a lot to give, and with the 20-time English League champions fighting on four fronts, his services will be required if the club are to have a memorable campaign. Bayern Munich manager Vincent Kompany has played down suggestions of an exit for Leon Goretzka amidst links to Manchester United. A recent report covered by the People's Person relayed that United were among a number of Premier clubs put on red alert amidst Bayern's admission that Goretzka is unhappy in Bavaria. João Palhinha's arrival at Bayern has seen Goretzka's playing time significantly reduced. Prior to his appearance from the bench in the Champions League on Tuesday as Bayern thrashed Dinamo Zagreb 9-2, Goretzka had only played 1 minute of competitive action under Kompany. The Germany international wasn't even on the bench as his side beat Holstein Kiel 6-1 last weekend. Bayern chief Max Eberl revealed that Goretzka was upset at his situation, even though he was informed well ahead of time that there would be stiff competition for places. United are believed to be long-term admirers of the 29-year-old and have been mentioned to be in for him at various stages of his career. A move has never materialized, but now that his future at the Allianz Arena is uncertain, it's unsurprising that he is once again being mentioned to be on the Red Devils' radar. However, according to Kompany, Goretzka wants to be at Bayern and he remains important to the club. Kompany told DAZN, via Manchester World, "He's important for us and will continue to be. I only have players who want to play and accept the competition for places. At Bayern, it's always easy to talk about individual players. But I want to talk about the team. That's important to me. He is very important in this team. He's doing well, but so are the others." West Ham are the other Premier League outfit thought to be keen on landing Goretzka, although his massive £273,000 a week wages could prove to be a stumbling block to any switch to the London stadium. Newcastle United's transfer plans might be derailed by Manchester United, who have joined the transfer battle for Angel Gomez. Newcastle, who lost their sporting director Dan Ashworth to United ahead of the summer, concluded the transfer window without any incomings for Eddie Howe's side. The Magpies have started planning their business for future transfer windows, with GiveMeSport claiming they are eyeing a move for Gomez. However, Newcastle are joined by Tottenham Hotspur and United in the race for the 24-year-old, who recently made headlines by delivering an incredible performance on his full England debut against Finland. Last season, he also emerged as one of the best creative midfielders in France. The trio have allegedly set their sights on potentially securing the Englishman's services on a free transfer at the end of the campaign, as he has entered the final 12 months of his contract with the League One outfit. It is understood Gomes is currently earning £12,000 per week at Lille. The player, who will be free to negotiate a pre-contract agreement with clubs outside France in January, may demand a salary in the region of £150,000 per week. The report adds Newcastle are considered outsiders in this battle, as they could find it difficult to compete with other suitors, including United. The Red Devils have a small level of interest in bringing back their academy graduate, who made his senior debut in 2017, to Old Trafford. He was released by United during Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's reign. The fact Gomes would count towards United's homegrown quota has given the club something to think about. Further, Ten Hag has allegedly informed the club's scouting department to continue monitoring his progress and see if the England international can fit into his system. Gomes, who completed more than 100 passes for the Three Lions against Finland in the Nations League, is a high-volume passer who likes to dictate the play from deep. Under the Dutch tactician, United tend to be more vertical and direct, but the presence of someone like the Lille star may help the side slow things down and dominate the games more often. Manchester United's previous Premier League games saw them dismantle Southampton 3-0 away at St Mary's, but not before having to endure a difficult start to the game. The hosts started on the front foot and kept attacking the United goal, with young right-winger Tyler Dibling getting the better of Diogo Dalot time after time and even made Andre Onana work with a brilliant curling effort. The 18-year-old's hard work paid off as he won a penalty after Dalot's foul inside the box. But Cameron Archer's spot kick was saved and United took that momentum and scored twice within 6 minutes to wrest back control of the game. The Southampton Academy graduate has impressed Russell Martin with his displays in training, and the England U19 international has been tipped to enjoy a breakthrough season at senior level. And as per Give Mesport, his efforts have forced the Red Devils to sit up and take notice, with new sporting director Dan Ashworth a big fan of the teenager. He had tried to sign him when he was at Newcastle, with the Magpies still keen on him. Crystal Palace and Bundesliga outfit Stuttgart are also monitoring proceedings intently. The left-footed winger's current deal is valid until 2026 with the option of adding another year, and the Saints are keen to reward the player and ward off potential suitors by offering him an improved deal with a pay rise. The report also mentions that the right winger has shown no inclination to move away, which has emboldened Southampton, who feel confident that the forward will not have his head turned anytime soon. Southampton are planning to offer Dibling a new contract, which includes significantly improved terms after making a positive impression during the opening exchanges of the campaign, according to GMS sources, and he is increasingly likely to put pen to paper after giving indications that he has no interest in embarking on a fresh challenge elsewhere. GMS sources have been informed that Southampton have secured a significant boost in their attempts to tie Dibling down to an extended deal, as he is increasingly likely to sign on the dotted line due to enjoying his football on the South Coast, but all parties are not in a rush to thrash out negotiations because he is already healthily contracted. GMS sources have been told that Manchester United could attempt to turn Dibling's head, as, despite opting against making a move at this stage, sporting director Dan Ashworth did when he was leading Newcastle United's recruitment drive, and has remained a big fan of the teenager. His age and playing style makes him a great fit for the New Look Ineos project, with Sir Jim Ratcliffe making it clear that he wants the club to target young, homegrown players. Club legend Rio Ferdinand is also a fan, and United should try their best to get their hands on the young gun. With the Saints struggling in the league and favourites F.